Last month, I apparently have received an award, Hebrew Man of the Year award, and of course we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the nature of this particular video right here is I had somebody the other day make a statement and said that Pastor Dowell is the pastor of the MGTOW movement. While I'm flattered that someone would think that, I don't believe I'm the pastor of. I know I have a lot of men that are MGTOW. That means men going their own way, that listens to Pastor Dowell. And the reason why they listen to Pastor Dowell is because we share in the same sentiments. We know that there is something gravely wrong, seriously wrong, with this society. And of course, what I do is teach men how to opt out of this system, how not to get taken advantage of. I mean, I try my best to reach professional athletes before they actually get saddled up with some woman. If you're a professional athlete, you're making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. You don't ever go out here and marry no woman under the system where you get a marriage license, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That she's going to take you to the bank. She's going to lie her rear end off. I just got finished dealing with a brother not too long ago who is a Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer. Worked his rear end off for 9 years in the NFL, made a lot of money, providing well for his family, and this woman, well, the gig is up because the man realized that he wasn't the head of his house, that the woman was controlling his house the whole time. And this woman went and lied on him. I mean, just lied on him, just like you wouldn't believe. And if you ever meet this man, you would just literally go, are you serious? Are you serious? A woman left this man, as kind and generous as he is? Unreal, unreal, unreal. But yeah, left him. 8 children, took half of what he has because of the system. That's the reason why I tell you over and over again, if you get married and you must have a marriage license, then you need to find some attorney that's going to give you an ironclad prenuptial agreement. Because women can't, in this generation, can't be trusted today. They literally cannot be trusted. And that's the reason why MGTOW listens to Pastor Dowell as well, because I get it, I comprehend. Because women in this ministry, I'm talking about straightway, they're totally different than the women out there in the world. Matter of fact, I've had people who are part of MGTOW, that are part of the ministry, that come here, and when they see our women, our sisters, they're like blown away, because they act like that they're on some remote island somewhere. And the reason being is because a woman actually knows how to perform her role. And they are flabbergasted, because today, in today's world, women are whoremongers. They've been used more times than a toilet seat. They're loud, boisterous, obnoxious, disrespectful, and truly don't care about nobody but themselves. They don't even care about the children. They only care about themselves and how many simp men they can deceive to get their way. That's all they are. And of course, I promise you, being a simp man is an epidemic in America. And there's this one lady, what's her name, Helen something. She wrote a book, and she was on Fox News. And you see these eviscerated, emasculated simp men trying to take her to task about her book. And she just sits there and just looks in disbelief like, are you serious? In other words, these are males. They are not men. But anyway, what is amazing is that you can watch women start any movement in this country, and they expect support from all realms. As soon as a man or being have a movement called men going their own way. And from what I ascertained from the movement is, it's not men going their own way and just leaving women alone. It's just that they're teaching men how to discern a skank woman and how not to be involved with a skank woman. And if you come across a skank woman, this is how she needs to be treated. And the cold hard truth and the cold hard facts that they put out can't be rebutted. They can't be rebutted because they're just flat out telling the truth. They're defending men and their rights. And of course, you know, the reason why a lot of them like me is because I tell them what's going to happen to you if you go out and get a state marriage license, because the terms and the conditions of that particular contract, it's not disclosed to you, but you're going to find out real quick, fast, in a hurry after you get burnt by this system and taken from everything you got. Because I can't tell you how many men in the ministry who are bitter, and I have to try to lead them out of that bitterness, because the women know that they don't have any power or strength or might at all on their own. So what they do is they go use the government to be their battle axe, to be their weapon of war against a man. You won't believe how fast that a woman, she can be in a relationship for 15 years and check out just like that, as if it never even happened. Never even happened. And use the children as a tool of extortion against that man. That's what they do nowadays. See, in this generation, there's very, very, very honorable. There's very, very few respectable. There's very, very few women left in this world. Those, the ones that are honorable and respectful, because I'm going to tell you straight up, women, if you want a man, a good man, because the majority of the people that are MGTOW are men that are well established and doing well for themselves. A man, number one, has to be and must be respected. I don't care what this feminist movement in this world is saying. You know, it's amazing, because I had a woman the other day write me a letter and told me how deceived she was by taking on the feminist movement, and how that even still to this day, watch this, 48 years old, single, no children, because, you know, I'm just as good as any man, and the prospects are not looking good for her at all. In other words, nobody wants her. Nobody wants her because of the attitude that she's portrayed. And of course, now they're telling, I seen a video the other day on YouTube that said that if a woman has children, she's bringing a human being into this world that is toxic. Babies are toxic, men are toxic, and you don't need them. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, do I believe them? No. Do I support them? No. But I do defend their right to be able to say what they want to say and live the way they want to live. It's pretty simple. Take all the feminist women, stick them on an island, and leave them there for 50 years, and let's see how they do. Just by the laws, the universal laws, they're going to fade themselves out. Within 100 years, they'll all be gone. All dead and gone. And feminists would be what? Over with. Period. And so when people ask me, well, what do you think about alternative lifestyles? I said, same thing. If it's so true, stick them all on an island, and then give it 100 years, and let's see how they fare for themselves. You see, it's against the laws of the universe. But let me get back on here. So a man first, number one, has to be respected before love. Because if you're going to dishonor and disrespect him and then try to use the system against him, that's why we try to teach men before you get into any type of marriage or relationship. Number one, make the covenant with you and her yourself. You drop your contract, your own self. Do not go out there and get saddled up with this government that 99% of the time they're going to side with that Jezebel, loudmouth, mistress mouth woman. Don't do it. Because at first, I'm telling you, first they put on the show how they all this and all that and all that. You better start learning how to crap test her, and you better start learning how to do it now. Should have did it yesterday. But if you got a woman that doesn't respect you, check out. Leave. You know how many fish is out there in that pond? Women are outnumbering men in this world. At least 5 to 1 right now. When I start going over the ratios of all the stuff that's going on, war, where men are killed, drugs, where men are killed, intoxication or incarceration, incarceration, Xbox and PlayStation junkies. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on, the opioid epidemics and stuff. I just go and just start naming the reason why men die disproportionately at a greater rate than women do. And the educated men, the men who are sound, they're listening to people like MGTOW, because These people have already been through bad experiences where they've been inside this court system, divorce court, and they have gotten raped. And the woman gets the home, she gets the house, she gets every damn thing. And the man is staying in a shack. And you think she cares? Not only that, if you make any kind of money, she gets upwards of 75, anywhere between 50 and 75% of what you make. Because not only does she get spousal support, get child support. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So they're listening to men who have already been through this, who don't need this type of drama. A man, first of all, must be respected, and he wants peace. He don't want all this emotional instability, all this. You know, I keep saying over and over again that there are a lot of people in this country that are literally mentally unstable. And mental illness, even though at times it seems like that I'm making a funny out of it, ain't nothing funny about it at all, because we got a bunch of people running around undiagnosed as if they're mentally stable, and they are the crazies in this world that is actually causing all of this sickness and this insanity that they're trying to pass off as normal attitude and normal behavior for people. And I'm telling you, man, it's turning this world upside down. It's literally turning this world upside down. So I'm actually for men that can step back and say, I'm not playing this game the way that this system has. I'm going to be more educated, more intelligent than what this system has said. And I'm damn sure not going to be fooling around with no crazy women. I ain't doing it. Listen, to find a wife, you don't find a wife at spring break in Miami, or you don't find it at Bike Week in Daytona Beach, or down there in South Carolina. You don't do it. You don't find wives, a good woman, at bars. You don't find them at clubs. You don't find a good woman at Bike Week. You don't find them at spring break. You don't find them at any of those places. Those are thoughts, whores, and everything else disparaging I can come up with that fits their character. You don't want to. That's the last place. And even if you're going to church, you're playing Russian roulette. A woman has to be vetted. There has to be people that know her, that you need to interview before you even consider. Not really truly do, because if you are running low on discernment and you're looking for the affections of a woman, that's the biggest mistake man does, look for the affections of a woman. You've already done made a mistake, and can't nobody talk to you. Can't nobody say a word to you, because you are a simp, period. Just a simp. Men have got to, now let me give you a bonus in here, MGTOW, and men that are considering going on their way. Now, MGTOW knows this, but you people that are considering going MGTOW, stop chasing after a woman. Just stop doing it. You don't need to. You are the prize. You are the hot commodity. And many of them know it, because they be sizing you up. Man, do they size you. They size you up. Yeah, they do. You better believe it. But a man must be respected. A man don't like all these crazy digressions. A real man, he's not going to put up with rebellion and back talking. He ain't going to put up with stuff like that. Don't have to. Because respect comes before love. You can get love anywhere. You can get a damn dog and love you and be more loyal to you. You can get a cat that will love you and be more loyal to you. Even though a cat in its nature is cold as hell. Think about that for a second. But you can get love any dang where. You can buy a car and get love. I mean, it's an inanimate object. It's not going to return it, but you can love it. Same way you love a woman, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Now, is it going to decline? Sure it is, just like a woman does. You know, I said to the men out here the other day, I said, let me tell y'all something. And this is the only way you're going to really truly learn. You need to understand this. First of all, men age like wine and women age like milk. And you need to get that through your damn thick head. I'm not saying nothing that is disparaging a woman. I'm not. I'm seriously not. I'm just telling you the flat out truth. You can ask the women, ask them what happens when a man gets older. If he's a good man that takes care of himself, he exercises, he eats right, he's stable, and, mentally stable and stuff, and he knows how to take care of his duties and responsibilities. Ask them that type of man right there, as opposed to a woman and their aging process, and see what happens. See what happens. But I've said a lot in this video. I have. But man, You need to be respected first and foremost before love. Because the truth is, according to that Bible right there, a woman don't know how to love no man. She knows if she's a good woman, she will submit like that Bible says, and she will obey you. If she can't submit, she can't obey, kick rocks. Keep going. There's plenty more fish in the pond. I promise you that there is. But you know, one day you'll catch a nice catch. One day. But you definitely got to be discerning. You got to be discerning. You don't want these women out here. Anyway, I'm just going to stop right here because I've said enough about MGTOW videos and stuff like that. But hey, if they consider me being their pastor, I'm honored. And let me end this video on this. MGTOW is not saying don't fool with women, period. I've never picked that up. They're just telling you there are certain type of women you don't want nothing ever to do with. And we're going to help you discern, help you see the telltale signs so that you don't fall in the same trap. If a man can't be respected, he can get love from anywhere. Men, respect before love. Respect before love, because you are the one that is created to love. And a woman knows that your heart is so constituted in being a provider and to love that she will use that as she watches you to exploit you and destroy you if you're not careful. That's why you need a good woman. You know, the book says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing to obtain favor with y'all. How you going to obtain favor with these things out here they call women today? And if one that wears makeup and you see, have y'all seen the witchcraft that makeup does? Have y'all seen what makeup does these women out here? Oh man, she wear makeup and pants and all that other stuff. I'm telling you, Anyway, yes, I'm for MGTOW, 100%, and always will be, and that's the truth, and that's the truth straight away. I'm gonna say it again, man. Be respected before love.